Day 31 is in the books, and boy, what a blessing it is to once again no longer need or care about smoking weed. It was so funny how me and my homie Brandon, we both talked about it. We had a good a little text back and forth the other day, but man, in the beginning days, we both knew how hard it was going to be the first few days, the first week, and it's just funny how now it's like so funny to even think that it was hard to quit weed, and how many times I failed quitting weed because I didn't have a support system, because I wasn't putting pressure on myself to one, have a support system, somebody that is a best friend of mine, or even somebody close in general. If my best friend wasn't smoking weed, choosing to find somebody to keep me accountable is so easy to do for anybody. You might not have a friend or somebody else that's struggling with addiction of some sort, but most likely you do, or you're just not able to openly talk about the addiction, whatever it is, with people to find out if other people are struggling with that. And then you just find somebody that's ready to put it behind them and you quit. And it's just funny how me and my homie, we thought the first few days were going to be tough, the first week was going to be tough, and it's so easy to not need to smoke weed, to not care to smoke weed, and to just start living life again how we're supposed to live, sober and free-minded, clear, fully able to focus and lock in. Or especially since quitting weed, seeing the brain fog just disappear and having more focus or drive towards the things that I know that I need to get done, and not making excuses, not being a little bitch about things. For me personally, finding a relationship with Jesus Christ and God, and allowing that to also be an accountability aspect, and then also making these videos for me. Not everybody is somebody that wants to make content the way I do. There's plenty of people that like to only post what they want to post about. Obviously, the majority of social media in general is a highlight reel. But one thing you can always count on for me is I'm just always going to be real as fuck. I don't do the edits. I don't do the bullshit. I don't do the perfect lighting. I don't, I've made videos where I'm sitting out on the porch and it's pitch black outside. And so all you can really see is, or all you see is blackness, and I'm just talking, pretty much like a recording. And so ultimately, I just keep it real. And if you've been following this journey, you know that you've seen some videos of me upset. You've seen me stumble along the way of making the videos, as far as like I might say the wrong thing, or I might stutter or whatever. Like, none of that shit matters. The camera might fall over. I just keep it going. I might clean the lens while I'm filming. Like, I just don't give a shit. And then of course I've had the happy days. Today was a great day. And for me personally, the stronger I get, it's because of God. It's because I'm putting my faith in something way bigger than myself, and believing in something that is not physically tangible. You cannot prove it. It's all faith. You have to believe. But by doing that, it has allowed me to just realize what's more important in life. And I promise you, weed or alcohol or any other drug, or if you're addicted to porn, or if you're addicted to, like, I don't even know other addictions besides, if you're addicted to gambling, if you're addicted to lying or stealing, those are addictions. Like, you don't need that shit, dude. You don't. I promise you, if you just give yourself a chance, if you just humble yourself, if you stop trying to do this fight alone, and whether it's finding a friend or posting your dirt and your dirty laundry and your clean laundry, is the better way to put it, on social media for everyone to see, not being afraid of judgment. It's amazing how easy it is to stay accountable, because then you have that pressure not to please other people, but know that other people potentially could be judging you in that sense. And if you put yourself out there in a sense of, one, you don't care to be judged, but two, you use that as, I'm not going to let these people down, I'm going to prove these people wrong, or whatever it is, then it just gives you more confidence and strength every fucking day, Because there's people out there that want me to fail. There's people out there that want me to quit, that want me to start smoking weed again. There's people out there that don't want me to make money, don't want me to post content, all the time on content. Like, even with my meditation videos, people are like, You know, you're wasting your time. This is stupid, blah, blah, blah. And it's always the people that are hiding behind private profiles or fake profile pictures or fake names, even, or all three of those. Or even if they're using a real name or real photo, they posted one video or zero fucking videos. And it's always the people that ain't doing shit that have the most to yap about, that have the most, in a negative sense, you know, that have the most to hate on because they're insecure and they're not able to humble themselves and realize that there's more to things than just trying to be cool. There's more to life, I mean, than just trying to be cool. There's more to life than trying to impress people. There's more to life than trying to please everybody and care what people think. So there's more to life than working and being busy, busy, busy. There's more to life than spending all your time on one specific hobby or what you love. There's more to life than working. There's more to life than just relationships, than just friendships, than just having your pets, than just having, you know, whatever it is, than just making money. There's more to life than having materialistic items. There's more to life than having an ego. There's more to life than being a judgmental person yourself. And a lot of the times, the people that are judging are the ones that are so afraid of being judged, or they are being judged, or use whatever word you want. If they're insecure, or if they're calling you out and trying to make you feel insecure, they're probably insecure. If they're trying to bully you or name call you, they've probably been bullied or name called, you know? Or if it's the exact opposite, if they're being kind to you, then they probably have people that are kind to them. If they're being loving and genuine to you, then they're probably loving and genuine to other people, as well as having those type of people being loving and genuine to them. So it really is your perspective on life, and which determines your life. You know, if you think the world is an evil place, all you're going to see or feel is evil. If you think the world is a positive place, all you're going to notice are the positive things, or you're going to be able to see the positive things out of all situations. You know, and that is the power of free will. And then people love to, when it comes to religion, which I don't even really like to call myself a religious person. I'm just a follower of Jesus Christ and God now, and I'm still super early on this journey. I definitely don't know it all. I never will know it all. I'm definitely not fucking perfect. I never will be perfect. I will never be like Jesus Christ. But ultimately, the people who hate on that the most are the ones that are the most afraid to just let go and stop trying to control their whole lives. And that's something that I dealt with a lot. So I can speak on that, is trying to control every aspect, control every expectation, control every outcome or end result, or determining when these things are going to happen, such as setting 1 month, 6 month, 12-month goals. And some goals can be obtainable. Like, obviously, if you say, I'm going to not smoke for 30 days, at the end of that 30-day period, you will have not smoked for 30 days. Like, those are goals that can be attainable, that you can guarantee if you stick to it. But then there are the goals that people are like, I'm going to lose 20 pounds in a month, or I'm going to have a six-pack by this date, or I'm going to, like, I've done this. And so I'm speaking about me. Or I'm going to be a millionaire by 30. I'm 30 years old, bro, and I don't even have $10,000 in my bank account. I have over $10,000 in an investment account, but it certainly ain't even 100K or even 50K. It's a nice chunk, but it ain't gonna fucking retire me or my family, you know? And I expected to be so much further along, and that is why I was and have been in the past so hard on myself, instead of understanding that certain outcomes and results you can't control, especially when it comes to financial. You have to just be, you know, or when it's something that, like, I'm going to have a girlfriend and be married and have a kid by this time or this age. It's like, you don't fucking know what God has planned for you. You can't guarantee when you're going to have a kid, aside from once you find out a girl's pregnant, 9 months from then. That's about the only time that you can guarantee. 9 months from now, give or take a few days, a kid will be born. But aside from that, you cannot guarantee the day that you're going to have a kid. You cannot guarantee, oh, by this date, I'm going to have found the perfect woman and we're going to be married 1 month and 1 year and 5 months down the line from now. Exactly. It's like, you just got to live life, bro. Stop expecting. Stop having in such big or you can want results, but stop expecting when you're going to receive those results or when that goal is going to be complete or how every situation is going to turn out, because you might even change the direction and course of what you want. That is the beautiful thing about life, is there is no set path for everybody. We all have free will. We all are able to control, to some extent, the direction our life goes in, but we cannot control, and we can control the day to day, what we do today, but you cannot control the future and what could happen or what could change the path that you're on or what could affect you or whatever. And so I make this video to say that for me, I'm just blessed to be on this journey. Sober now, more clear, more focused, and more focused on the day to day, not focused on the end result or when I'm going to get something done or when everything's going to be completed. Even weekly goals, like I'm going to list this amount of items on eBay or send this amount. What if something happens and you can't? And then you're down on yourself, like I have been so many times, even in the past 2 months, 3 months. Dude, you just have to be free. Let go. Stop worrying. It's easier said than done, but the more that you focus on yourself and building a relationship with God and letting something bigger than yourself like Jesus into your life, I promise you, the easier it's going to get to just let go and to just trust it's all going to be all right, bro. Like it literally is going to be all right. And start asking yourself, when things are bothering you, when you're upset, or if you're worried about something, like, is this still going to be an issue 5 months from now? And truly ask yourself that. And then ask yourself, if it truly am I really going to be remembering or thinking about this 5 years from now? Because more often than not, especially on a long 5-year timeline, all of these little tiny problems that we face day to day are so insequential, or if I'm even saying that, they're so insignificant. Bro, it doesn't fucking matter, dude. It doesn't matter what you wear. It doesn't matter how your fucking hair looks. That's why I cut it off. It doesn't matter what people think of you. It doesn't matter, you know, as long as you're eating healthy, it doesn't matter what you're going to have for fucking breakfast or what you're going to have for lunch or dinner. Like, you don't need to plan out every single aspect of your life. You don't need to have an expectation for fucking everything, bro. I'm telling you, it's not that serious. Oh my goodness, it's so funny, dude. Just thinking back all the times of how serious and how frustrated and how upset I've gotten over things that I can't even remember. Like, they don't even matter. Whether it's been 15, 10, 5 years ago, 5 months ago, like, I'm telling you, bro, I certainly can't remember what I was doing 5 months ago to the day. I mean, I was probably smoking weed. That's about it. That's all I could really tell you, is I was definitely high. But aside from that, dude, like, what the fuck? And so, man, ultimately, I've just been kind of rambling, but, thank you for being along for this journey. Thank you for the support system that, I've been able to create, and the kindness that you are able to give in the comments. I see them. I don't respond to them all now because, especially, it's just like, join my Discord, is the best way I can say to truly join and be more interactive with me. But with this meditation stuff I'm doing every day, it's like I'm just not trying to spend hours responding to comments. And I get a lot of comments now to where I could spend an hour responding to comments. And so I'll respond to what I can. I read a lot. I don't respond, but I read a lot of the comments, and I'm super grateful for the comments that you drop, the kindness especially. The negative ones, I just freaking downlike and ignore. Or I try my best to respond with kindness, because clapping back and spreading evil or negativity only continues the devil's plan rather than choosing to be positive, choosing to walk in the light. And ultimately, this sober journey, this journey of becoming your best self, it only gets easier, bro. It only gets easier. So, the majority of things that you think about or you focus on or that you're worried about don't fucking matter. Focus on the day-to-day. If you're working on being sober from whatever your addiction is, know that you have the power to stop it and to stay strong and to keep pushing forward. Know that you have the power to do anything you set your mind to. Know that you have free will. Know that you have the power to ask for help or to post yourself online and to get and receive support that you would not expect, and to have blessings come into your life by being open and vulnerable and honest. And ultimately know that God has a plan for you, whether you believe in it or not. And the more that you focus on the day-to-day and less on the past mistakes or less on the future expectations, the happier you're going to be, the less you're going to worry, and the more that you're going to be at peace to come and love yourself, which in turn will be able to allow you to love others more freely, without fear of judgment or without worry, which in turn, as I said, will give you peace, which means you will be having a more peaceful life day to day. Less things will bother you, less things will get you upset, less things are going to make you worry, and you're just going to realize how minuscule the majority of things that we care about actually don't fucking matter. See ya on day 32, baby. I love you.